Hi guys, this is DWANA. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. Make sure you follow, like, and hit that bell so you can get notified when I post another video. But I'm always going to post on Tuesday, so just stay tuned. Today's video is going to be about making aprons. I also sew. I don't only use my hammer, but yes, I learned how to sew at an early age, and I really wanted to make sure that I could do little things like, fix a shirt, make a skirt, make an outfit, make some curtains, make some pillows, and that's been me my whole entire life. So I won't really divulge as to why I make these aprons, and you could actually ask some questions in the comment section and ask me, why am I making 10 aprons? But before this video was shot, I actually cut the fabric and cut the trim and everything. So you don't really get to see that, but you get to see me sew them, sew on the pockets and things like that. So I hope you join me. And if you didn't subscribe, do not forget. You have approximately 7 minutes to hit that subscribe button. See you later. Bye. Hey guys, in my intro, I stated that I had previously cut the aprons before I started videotaping. So I'm so new to this YouTube thing, I forgot to videotape while I was sitting on the floor cutting out the 10 aprons that I needed to sew. Right now, you are seeing me add the white stripe to the red pocket because I was going to be adding a pocket to the front of my apron. So like I said, I was making 10 of them. So I cut out these white strips of fabric, maybe about 5 inches wide, and I just hemmed it on both sides of the pocket. As you see, I don't use pins because I use pins sometimes, but I was in a bit of a rush. I also wanted to make sure that I sewed the trim onto the aprons, and I wanted to make sure that they were going to be nice and even. But I can most of the time eyeball it, so I don't use pins when I don't have to. They just seem like they're in the way, it's more work, and I just sew pretty fast. And so here I am sewing like 10 pockets, and then I decided that I needed to hem the top of the pocket before I attach the pocket to the actual apron. And then I come in and now this is where I want to pin, because I want to make sure that when I'm putting the actual pocket on, when I'm sewing it, that it's going to be straight. So I lay out my apron and then I lay my pocket down. You see that it's hemmed, and I literally do this 10 times. I like to work in a phase where I'm just sewing all the pockets, sewing all the trim on, then I'm cutting all the aprons. I like to do it all like in a train. But as you notice, you see me cutting something, it's because I noticed that my aprons were just slightly a little too big and I wanted to make them a little smaller. So then I decided that now it's time for me to sew on the actual pocket that I pinned. And you see me, yes, putting them in my mouth. It's just a bad habit that I use sometimes when I'm sewing. I don't like to use cushions and things like that because they're just all in the way. I put them in my mouth or I pin them in my t-shirt, and that's what happens. And when you're on a roll, the thread is always, you go through so much thread when you're trying to sew these things. And so this is what happened. But I went on and I sewed 10 pockets. Now here I am serging the edge of the apron because I want to have clean edges. Yes, I'm using my juking machine and I wanted to have clean edges. And so I'm just hemming the edges right before I put on the trim. And so I'm going through 10 of them, nice and easy. It's such an amazing machine to use, so you can have wonderful edges and you don't have to hem. Now here is my beautiful trim. Isn't that so nice, guys? Oh my God, it's so lovely, and it's gonna dangle. So clearly I ran out of trim, and so I had some dangly and some ruffle that I made by myself. So I had to hem the ruffle and then fold the ruffle myself. Now here I am adding the trim, and if you see me talking, my husband's in the background bugging me while I'm sewing. We share an office, remember? If you don't remember what our office looked like, make sure you go back to our last video and look at that and look at, us doing the video of our office. But here I am sewing on all the trim to all the 10 aprons, takes a lot of trim to put on 10 aprons, lots and lots of trim. And trim these days are really, really expensive. So if you can make your own trim, that's always lovely. But when you can find a nice trim, that's always awesome. And you notice that my colors are like red and white. I will share with you the significance if you chat with me in the comment section if you want to know anything about why is she making aprons. First of all, why is she making 10 aprons, and then why are they red and why they have this white stripe pocket. All of it has significance, but I'll only share with those people who really, really, So now you see my pocket, it's all finished, the trim is all on, and now, yes, I'm just speeding through it, and yes, I wish I could really sew this fast, but that's not really how it works. And then at the end, of course, guess what? I forgot to show you how I put the waistband on. And so you never really get to see me put the waistband on, but eventually I'll get better at this apron thing. But ta-da! Here I am, ruffle apron with a pocket in front and an actual tie that can fit any size. And then you see the ones with the trim, and then voila. So I hope to see you next week on Tuesday when I show you how my husband and I worked on our beautiful blue door outside our home. Take care. Bye. And don't forget to subscribe. And always be kind.